Step into a new 2026 Sportage and set out on your next adventure from Gentle Kia of Bradenton. Wherever the road takes you, Sportage offers the perfect blend of performance, capability, technology, and comfort with class-leading.
Hello team. Thanks for being here, everybody. Sorry it took me a little second to get everything going. We got first, second, and third place in the chat. You guys are goats. I hope that you know that. Let me know how the mix is before we get going this time today. Last stream, I had no idea I was listening to the music, but you guys couldn't hear it. Especially I'm using different headphones today, so just in case I missed anything, let me know. But we should be just about good to get going here. I'm stoked to be back on the stream tonight. Music is good, can hear it, awesome. If I haven't spoken to you guys already, like, you know, if I don't know you in real life, or if I do know you in real life and haven't spoken with you today, Happy New Year, everyone. New Year's off to a good start for me so far. Did some dev stuff today, cleaned up my kind of desk space, and now we're streaming, so that's exciting. Thanks for joining me here on first day of the new year, team. Christmas was very chill, very chill. Just did some family stuff for the most part, as far as like festivities. Went over to some relative's house and then got to see my sister. Got a new Master Grade Gundam. As far as gifts goes, the Double Zeta Verka. Pretty excited. I still have a bit of a backlog to get through before I can start it, but I'm excited to put that one together. And then Alyssa here in the chat actually really came through. You guys are gonna get a little bit of a preview of some content that's coming on the channel. So she got me a Kindle, which I'm going to jailbreak, make a video about it, talk about my experiences, how much I love that thing, because I'm stoked, looking forward to reading more. And then also a ThinkPad, a T530, and so I'm gonna be stoked to just make videos about it. I'm gonna have like crazy increased Linux potential with that guy. Gonna be much more disposable than my actual desktop is. And then upgrading it's gonna be cool too. We can upgrade the CPU, the RAM, the screen, the keyboard, all kinds of stuff. So that's gonna be super cool, super exciting. Thing I'm the most grateful for is just the fact that I'm still out of class for another week. Approximately 1 week from today, I start the next round of business. It's been so nice to have some free time. But okay, I'm stalling. I'm talking in front of the black screen right now. I think it's just about time to get in there. One second, I need to turn the light up.
David, the #1 family movie in America. Are you ready?
Bro is tapped into Prince of Persia. Let's go. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So it's definitely like a random Ubisoft game from 2008. As far as gameplay goes, it gets very repetitive. But yeah, I mean, the cel shading look, the general art direction, the game like visually has aged super well. And then the story is kind of cool too. I like the dynamic between the two protagonists. I think it's kind of fun, kind of cute. Um, but yeah. Here we Guys, this is crazy. It's the scene. I'm terrified. I'm so scared. Alright. Wait, is it fixed? I have the stream pulled up on my phone. Let's see if it's fixed. Wait, is it fixed? Let's go. We did it. Okay. So sorry about that. So I recorded a video, like, I don't know, a day or two ago, and I got cooked. So I use this thing called Teleport, and sometimes I have like an Ethernet connection from my desktop to my MacBook, but you can also just use Teleport like over the Wi-Fi. And so like if your connection is like stable, then you can just like, as long as you don't worry about it being like real time, and for recording it's not that big a deal, you can just use it. And so I had the Teleport node on, and I think because it was sending stuff, or at least trying to, I think the port actually might have been busy. It might be using the same port as what I'm using to, I use my MacBook as a camera for the stream, and then I do the actual stream for my desktop. I'm also using a service called Video Ninja that lets me just kind of move stuff over. It's all kind of hacky, but it works. So sorry about that. That was crazy. Was not the kind of intended start here, but what are you gonna do? Bit of hydration after the crisis situation there, and then we can get going. But you know what I can do? Oh, my chair's already at the lowest. Okay. So I did a little bit of off-screen mining. I'm sorry, guys. So I changed the UI a little bit, just like, I don't know, just added basically some like padding, little boxes around the stats, and then I added some camera smoothing. I'm just using the Godot built-in one. Synergy is another tool like that with more updates. Oh, that's very cool. Good to see you, man. Sorry it's been a while. I had no idea that time was getting away from me so fast. I looked just yesterday after I uploaded a video, and I was like, man, it's been like 2 weeks since I streamed. Crazy stuff. I've been seeing the issues on GitHub, and I think it'd be kind of cool to check that stuff out today. But yeah, all right. So I just sorry, I pulled Synergy up. I'm gonna check that out later. But yeah, so off-screen kind of stuff. Just I've had a little bit of free time here and there, not like any crazy amount, but we've got just a couple new things going on. So the camera smoothing, the UI improvements, did a couple just little additions to the stuff that we actually set up on that first stream. So the kind of debug menu can be toggled with F1. We can still pause the game with F2, restarting with the R bind, and then that's most what we did there. And then we added like a really simple kind of at least start of a ladder mechanic yesterday. You can go up and down the ladder, you can't jump. I mean, you can jump to get off of it. But yeah, I mean, I probably want to add some kind of like snapping to the ladder, maybe not like a hard snap, but definitely some kind of like at least a little bit of adjustment, just to make sure that we don't do anything like get stuck. So like for certain cases like this, for example, I already added a sphere collider to his head, so that way if he does kind of bump into stuff, it'll correct for the most part. But it's still a little bit wonky. It's not perfect. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, I also added a wall jump. And so, well, there's kind of two parts to that. Well, everything feels kind of weird right now. I don't know what, I can't really place my finger on it. Something's happening. Velocity.y is greater than 0 on the wall and is climbing equals false. Okay. We're on the wall. Very strange. If dirt does not equal 0. Well, instead of doing that, we'll just say if they're, because I feel like that's a easier check to make. There's just something. Everything feels like fast. And it's weird because it says it's running at 60, but something is happening here. Climb speed. I don't know what is happening. Well, okay, so let's now look at the F climbing. Oh, so we moved direction earlier up. Does that matter? Does that matter? I'm not sure. I don't think that it should. Need to build some kind of like logging system here. Okay, so that is working exactly as intended. By 3? I mean, I don't know. It just feels like it just does not matter, though. Are we not using gravity? No, but we literally are. Wait, so wall cling equals no. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Welcome to a leasing experience where it's possible to apply and sign your new lease in just a few days, where you can pay your bills and maintain your home online. Welcome to a resident experience where you can enjoy single-family, pet-friendly living with the support.
Let's just see if gravity's changing. All right, so it's becoming 490. Is that man, I don't even know if that's the base value because we're getting it from the engine. I hate to say it, but I do not know what the default value for gravity is. 980. Okay, so it is. It's getting halved. So why is it not? We don't need two editors with the same thing open. I don't understand. Is on wall only. So, well, so maybe it's this line. We are doing something directly with velocity. is on wall only, and wall jump is false. But that's only when we jump. I don't fully understand what exactly I'm experiencing right now. I'm not gonna like linger on it for too long because it's like not a super serious thing, but it kind of matters. I mean, especially because like everything else just kind of works. Is there like a, I don't know, jump speed needs to be lowered too. I don't know why that's so high. Negative 20,000. Well, that's just from the Delta stuff, but I don't know why it's so high. No, it's not high enough. But like 17 should be good enough. As long as we can clear this wall, it works for me. Yeah. Okay. Debug menu, activate visible collision shapes. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Visible collision shapes. And then I think, do we just need to restart it? Where's the setting to show the debug stuff? Oh, there we go. I think you've figured it out. I think the sphere on his head. The sphere on his head is stopping him from good catch. Fever all day. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That is brutal. I feel very fortunate this year. I have managed to kind of skate by. I've gotten like sick a couple times, so I haven't gotten like super sick. So I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope that you come back from this strong. Drink lots of water, bro. I know everyone says it, but it is so crazy. I believe in that stuff so hard. I started like actually just taking it serious, and it's so wild. I feel like I started getting better so much faster than I was before. So let's see if that's actually true or not. So let's hide the sprite for a second, and we need to take the, there it is. We need to shrink it, and we also need to bring it up just a little bit. And now we should do that again. And so that should not quite fix it. I think it still needs to be just a little bit smaller. Bro is a water enjoyer, I respect it. So I guess we could do that. Oh, it's like kind of working. So weird. What's the goal for today's stream? Honestly, that's a great question. That is a very good question. I'm not positive. I think I want to do a little bit of spring cleaning. Just kind of anything that is kind of like started or kind of in stasis right now. I want to get moving with that, And then I kind of want to build, I don't know, I want to build some kind of a system today. The last couple times I've worked on the game, I've built like an object or like a mechanic. I want to build a system. And so like, I don't know whether that's like spawning enemies, and, like keeping track of like the instances so we can like later actually do something with that. I think that would be fairly simple to get kind of started, just keeping track of them in like an array or a dictionary or something like that. Could be fun. Alternatively, we could do, I mean, all sorts of stuff. There's bones for the like kind of level up and stat system going now. And so kind of in the same vein of if we're talking about building systems, we could kind of start fleshing that out a little bit more. Right now, you gain XP for destroying things and you level up, and the level ups get like incrementally and very arbitrarily. It's like just a simple scalar right now. But the level ups get harder, and so that starts to like accumulate over time. And so like it's not super interesting, but you know, it's something. Bro, how's it going? Hoofman, welcome to the stream. Bring in Lenny in here. Just kind of catching everyone up on what's going on with the stream today. Also, this is now starting to defeat the point of the sphere. And so let me just delete it and see if that completely fixes. Oh. Well, and that's the best part. I don't think it actually does anything, right? Doesn't seem to actually fix the problem at all. Yeah, so I'm curious now. Does this really do the exact same thing? So what is happening? Because it's really, really strange. Even with the sphere in place, right? It is gradually, every now and then, he's grabbing it. So this middle one is not what we're using for actual collision detection. So that's just an area, and that's also on a separate mask. So that's just for ladder stuff. And this works just fine. And it's just weird because the gravity is applying. And if we were doing something like particles, then that would be showing up too. Like almost definitely. And so it's a bit of a conundrum, right? Because why isn't it working? But yeah, going back to what we were just talking about though, in context of the kind of broader goals of the stream, I'm not going to linger on this for too long. I think it's time to get started on like an actual something. I think that is going to be the plan. And what are we going to do? Well, let's just kind of do a thought experiment. Where's the cannon? So this one is initializing one. Do we get a different ID for each one? Yeah. Awesome. So we can use the same kind of logic for instantiating our enemies. I mean, so I know that's like just kind of like a boarhead, like we're instantiating objects, duh. But I think we can use the canon script. I mean, obviously we're gonna make like a purpose-built like enemy manager, but I think we can kind of like sandbox, just riff with this a little bit, right? So we will create a, I guess we'll just start with a simple array. Oh, it's an array. I've been writing Python all day. So now we should see them all printed out. And when we get that message, we now have all of the IDs for them. So then I think we can start doing things with them, right? So I don't know, I need to open up the, this music is, it's okay. And it's hard to find the completely copyright-free stuff. I might not. Okay, so prefabs, and we're looking at bomb. So what does the script attached to bomb do? Okay, so let's try and just go into our script. And just try and access a property directly. Okay, so that does work. And so the kind of analogy that we're going to create here, because we have to remember, this is all just in the name of science, and this is probably going to get confusing if we don't ground ourselves here. The canon is effectively our like enemy controller. It's going to be our like game manager. It's going to control how many enemies, and it's going to know their attributes. And then we're gonna use that as kind of a reference point, right? Because so I believe that the ID is uniquely created at runtime, right? So when the object is created, it gets this ID, its rigid body number 40500201017, and so that's great. That's going to change every time though, and so we're dynamically creating and populating this list of the bodies that we're creating, and we can access their properties, and using those IDs that we're going to store, we can then also call those objects and get properties from them. And so I think we can create like a lookup table, basically, is what we're going to end up doing, where each object is in there and there's going to be properties about it. and maybe not like all the object properties. We don't need to like store like a spreadsheet and worry about updating that, probably. But we can start to kind of use that object instead of like a signal, right? So for example, we could apply damage to that object using the game manager instead of the signal way that we're doing right now with just collision checks, which, I mean, depending on your purposes, could be cleaner. I don't think it really matters. It's not really the goal here. I guess we're just trying to get like a more clear understanding of kind of our plans. I mean, so as soon as we start creating more of a system and we're interacting with these things as like objects, right? Then you start to see kind of the inherent value here. We could start to control or look at their positions. We could do things to them based on different properties. And then also, as soon as this changes from just being like a spawn object, and once it becomes more of a controller, we can also start managing like population pools. Just discovered a bug. Print rich function colored debug. Print rich. See, my fault. I totally misread that. Discovered print rich function for colored debugs. Oh, okay, so that's nice. Does it do it like automatically? Does it like infer it based on how the engine passes the errors? Or do you like define your colors like yourself? Because that's actually really cool. I was just working on a Python project the other day, and I built my own like little logging system for it. And I was using ANSI escape codes to create like different log levels and have like colors for them. And it's nice. It makes a big difference. It makes things look like very put together, kind of very quickly. Only catching a bit at work in the big AM. No worries, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Happy New Year, man. Print rich color equals orange. Message be color. Okay, very cool. Yeah, so it just uses your. Gotcha. Do that in Godot. Yeah, okay. So now we are storing the object and its index. And so that's going to start to become kind of like a lookup structure. And so we know that that's working. What do we do with that is the kind of next question, right? And honestly, to answer that question, I don't fully know yet. We're kind of coming up with this as we go. I think it would be good to kind of, well, I don't know. I think instead of just like butchering your code here, man, I think it'd be a good idea to just kind of probably pull up a new window and start just building like a proper managerial class, because like it's kind of a reach trying to compare the two things. Like this spawns objects and that's about as similar as the two things are, because like kind of my vision here is to create a system where we can spawn in a set number of enemies and then it stops spawning and it goes into like a listening mode, and then as enemies are destroyed there's a signal sent back to the object, and so it will then update the list of enemies. It'll remove them, and then we'll add the new enemies to the list because it'll be able to start spawning more enemies. And then so it'll be really basic to begin with, but that kind of simple loop will turn into something kind of better, because then we can add like enemy types and kind of different conditions. We create like kind of customizable intervals, kind of waves for things to get harder. So I think it's probably time to do that. I think that would be good. I think that would be a cool next place. I also do want to do some art at some point on the stream tonight. I don't know when, but I think it'd be fun to make some more sprites. Maybe some tiles, maybe just some random stuff. But we will see, we will see. But yeah, so I think that's a good plan. We'll make like a basic like enemy manager kind of thing. Like that. I am out of water. Stream's been on for about 45 minutes. I think it's okay. Give me about 5 minutes just to go refill the water. Maybe use the restroom real quick. Art could be the eagle. That's a great idea. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I think it'd be good for him to have a little buddy. I think that would be good. All right, everyone. Thanks for popping out. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Looking forward to keeping on. Thank you for your patience, team. I am back. He could get the player med packs like Prince of Persia and Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's another thing we can do. Since we have like XP and level ups, we could start experimenting with A, item drops, and B, stuff that actually happens when you level up. I mean, like, health and mana goes up right now, but like, okay. So, it's gonna be similar but different. That's what I was talking about. So, like, it's gonna spawn an enemy, but just about everything else about it will be different. Damn. All on cinnamon gummy bears. Hate to see it. So, what are we gonna do? I'm ready. Right now we're just gonna pass, but we'll need it later. It doesn't return anything. So that's a good safety check in here. Cinnamon, yeah. They're really good. They're really good, I can't lie. They are delicious. Just gonna yoink that because that is nice. So push warning is cool. So I always just print stuff. Can I push an error too? Yeah, look at that. No, that's fine. However, we are gonna push a warning because we don't want to throw an error because this isn't like an adventure level threat, right? And then we return, we break out. But otherwise, we're gonna say, say that if entity no count, I can't type right now, is less than max entities. Now what are we gonna do? Say for enemy instance equals enemy scene dot instantiate. Wondering if you have a working title for the project yet? Not yet. That's the cool part about doing this on stream though, is I can ask you guys for input. Cause no, I mean honestly, I'd be lying if I said that that wasn't like my weak spot with all this kind of stuff. I like the making stuff part of it. I really do struggle when it comes to the like, put a story on it, give it a name, give it a purpose. I'm trying to get better about it. I think that like, despite the fact that I've been like kind of trying to do game dev for a long time, I'm still like very like early on in my actual like what I would refer to as like my game dev pursuits. So I don't think it's like a critical error yet, but I do think I need to release like less jam cobbled together stuff. So yeah, it'll need a name, it'll need a purpose, it'll need some kind of motivator. Maybe some kind of a story even. So we add it to the list, and then, yeah, so get tree. So we add it, and then for now, that is probably all we need to do there, because I might be wrong, but I think that the enemy has a rigid body. Yeah, I was wrong. Well, no, it is no, it's literally just a sprite. Yeah. So we need to do something here. So we need to. Okay. We'll add a shape, give him a square. And so for a second, I'll make that one really thin, because this one actually just needs to be thinner. So that way this one can be wider. And we also need to fix the hierarchy. Oh, well, actually, no. So I was cooking here. This one actually needs to be wider, because this is the radius of being able to talk to him. That doesn't really work yet, but violence is not always the answer, right? We want to leave the door open for negotiations. And so we'll do that. This is honestly kind of scuffed. What happens when we run the game? Is he fine? Yeah, he moves around a little bit, it looks like. Can't tell if that's just the camera smoothing. feel like he is. I don't know, we'll see. So, well, actually, the real way to tell is just to pick him up and drop him. Does he fall? No. Well, it's because we haven't made him fall. He's just a character body. Getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Because, yeah, we need to get gravity from the editor. And then... What's wrong with physics process? Oh, okay. Okay, well, so yeah, that's gonna need to move to the character body. Well, no. I'm totally losing myself right now. This is the script to create the thing, and so now we can go into test enemy. That's where we need gravity. Visit Japan a fair bit. The cat symbol pops up over there a bit. Yeah. No, it's super cool. It's like a moving company or something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Truthfully, I've never been. I just see it on Pinterest all the time. I like it. I threw a little wallpaper together. But that's super cool, man. What brings you to Japan? Script inherits native type, so it cannot be assigned to an object. So is electronics from there. Tokyo tax 15%. That's crazy, man. But no, that's very cool stuff. I bet they have some sweet Gundam over there. I got this like one comic book store by my house. They got like a decent little selection. That's the only place I've ever got to shop in person now. So what does this error mean? Can't put it on a rigid body. What do you mean? Oh. It's because we did that. It has nothing to do with the... Who else has it now? Oh, okay. Still the same guy. Non-existent, take damage in area 2D. What? Do we need to break the enemy apart more? Oh, so I bet what's happening is when we're doing the sword area, books are crazy over there, so is the tech. I imagine so, man. Honestly, right now, I would love to just go anywhere else in the world and see how they're kind of navigating, doing with all the stuff right now. I mean, I hear crazy stuff. I hear that China's doing crazy things. I know Japan, I know South Korea's doing some cool stuff these last couple of years, really doubling down on investing in themselves. So we're saying melee contact area. I mean, so we could change it. We could make it a body enter. So we'll try that. This is kind of hacky. We'll do something better about it. Non-existent area 2D. Oh, well. Oh, well, I see. So we need to... I'm really getting ahead of myself a lot. So we need to... Honestly... No, we don't need to delete anything yet. We need to comment this line out and we need to say paths. Is what we need to do first. And we need to see if anything returns. Nothing's happening there, so that's fine. That is fine, because now we're dealing with this guy. So... Is that what we need? Yeah. Excellent. 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 So that's now working. And I might be wrong, but I think if we were to pick him up and plop him... Nope. Still no gravity. Still no gravity. Did I do that? Oh, yes. No, I did. Well, that's most definitely kind of weird. Because I don't think there's an elegant way for me to do this. So I'm not even seeing the raycast, which is confusing me because I thought that that was part of the character body. So I don't fully understand. Whoa. That was crazy. Yeah, so what, man? I think we can even stick that back on there now. Oh, no. No, we can't. That's fine, I'm not worried about it. So why is gravity not being applied? We're loading physics. If not on the floor. Do we know that we're a rigid body? Yeah. Oh, not calling move and slide anywhere. Yup. Always forget about that one. Yeah, and so now the issue is the fact that the hierarchy is all wrong because the root is a node. So what if we copy it, change it into a node, and then paste. And then just like that, we've fixed our issue. Amazing. Incredible stuff. So, what have we now accomplished? Well, now we can plop them onto the map. Yeah. So let's try enemy min, and we'll give it test enemy. Well, it's because we don't call it. I did it, I forgot it again. Commit when it works. That is a good idea. I am kind of in the middle of things. But did kind of get things away. So it felt like a good place to start. Oh yeah, we need to underscore delta. Okay. So now let's try that. Non-existent create. Oh, did I? Oh. So I should have. Whoa. We didn't increment the that's menacing. These guys are scary. Now I just feel bad. We're just bullying them. The Purple Knight Challenge. Yeah, that was like, it's actually nothing like it at all, but it made me think of the Torch God from Terraria. You place all the torches. It's just like kind of the absurdity of it, I think, was what reminded me of such. But yeah, that was funny. Okay, so that was nice. That wasn't too bad. We have made a worse version of the cannon now. So now we need to do something with it because we're creating the enemies. I mean, obviously we could make the enemies walk around, but it's like not the point. Maybe we'll do it, maybe not. I mean, we'll do it eventually. I'm just saying, maybe not right now. So we're creating them. We're spawning them in. What do we do next? What do we do next? Huh. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I just hate when I get kind of caught up in these like little rabbit holes and then I forget like what I was doing in the first place. But it's okay. Well, okay, so actually that's the first thing that we're gonna do. That's the first thing that we're gonna do. That's like a manageable kind of first bite. Is we're going to handle cleanup, right? So how are we gonna do this? Because really all that we want is so we're spawning enemies and adding them to this roster. Well, actually, no. Perfect. This is why we're doing it this way. So we're going to create a node, 2D. Well, no, not even. So this is the, we're going to call him the Overlord. So this is the Overlord, and the Overlord is going to be responsible for, making things happen. Cheap kitchen timer with a bell and a rubber duck for rubber duck debugging. Ooh, I feel like I've heard that one. I don't know if I'm like fully familiar with that term. Rubber duck debugging. It sounds kind of funny though. Yeah, we're gonna do classic. We're gonna do classic. Classic. Rubber duck. Oh. I think what we'll do is make a function remove enemy. And so can we say no, that's not a thing. Do we call it in here? Oh, well, I guess it's not going to tell me. No. Yeah, okay, so that works, I think. So, remove enemy, and we're gonna take... I don't know, I want to do more with the IDs. Well, so yeah, I guess we can just pass an ID into there. And so when that destroys, we'll also say enemy manager dot remove enemy. And we'll say get instance ID. And for now, we'll just say print ID. And we'll see what happens. Listen, I want to do a sanity check. Print the roster as well. Do we have a 372? Will your game have any funny death sounds for enemies? Hopefully, that's a good idea. I was previously maybe unsure of that, but I will make sure of it now. Oh, I think I'm accessing the wrong property. We need to get node. So that's not how that works. Oh, instance from ID. That's what the docs. Instance from ID. Sure, Roblox, yeah. Wilhelm scream with random distortion. Goblin guy or something would be funny. Yeah, no, absolutely. These are all great ideas. No, I mean, I do. We're still super early in it. There's not a whole lot, like, you know, really happening as far as gameplay yet, but I like the idea of something a little bit less serious. So I think these are great kinds of ideas. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh wait, it says they're on nodes. Yeah, this isn't right. I clearly don't fully understand what's going on here. Very weird. That's okay. Well, so what is going on with that? So, where's that prefab? Oh, I guess it's not a prefab, yeah. Okay, so in here we are spawning in enemies from that scene, and that's all we're doing, which is nice. And I mean, the script is just so simple, so I don't understand. I guess we need, let's look at the enemy. Once again, it goes back to the node root thing. Okay, so this is really funny, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove the script, drop that in there. We're gonna completely delete that. Whoa. Get rid of that. Group, enemy, and do that. That might just work. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. Let's try it again. I don't even know how to describe that, man. That's like a really serious kind of threat. Yeah, poor Purple Knight, man. He was like coughing baby compared to whatever I just hit him with. Yeah, what? So what happens if I get rid of that? The print doesn't really matter, but I am curious. No? Super Zero is a placeholder for Super Zero is the real hero is Purple Knight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Purple Knight. Yeah, we'll have to find some way to like memorialize him. Purple Knight Shrine, yes. If you played Hollow Knight at all, and you're familiar with the Zode Shrine underneath Bretta's house, we can do something like that for Purple Knight. We'll find someone who's really just obsessed with the lore, the legend of the Purple Knight. Each knight is a pixel of the bigger one. That would be pretty profound if we figured out how to make some kind of fractal out of him. I don't even know how that would work. That would be incredible, though. I would love to see it. What is game controller versus... I already started this, guys. Already started this. Did not need to start the Overlord script. You live, you learn. Purple Knight, the game. Have this open. Oh, I understand. Makes sense. We restructured it. We were just deleting the whole everything. It's not confusing anymore. So yeah, now we'll say enemy manager dot remove enemy. Remove enemy, and then what was it? There we go. There we go. Interesting, it's not working. I don't know what the best way. I mean, it just doesn't feel right to do it with a for loop. Alright, so character body 373. Oh, it's because he's not spawned. It is working. Ah, I'm so silly. So that should work now. Oh, I always mess up this syntax. Not used to the way that Godot does it. Okay, and then we will also say that minus equals 1. Oh yeah. No, League of Purple Knight is gonna go crazy. Maybe he's not even just a little throwaway character. Maybe he's the bad guy. Oh, yes. Raining Purple Knights. I didn't even have to change the code. Oh, this is amazing. Gather round. Oh, my sidekick. Faster than I can get rid of them, they return. Oh my gosh. They're extremely coordinated. Yeah, no, exactly. I can see the vision. Yeah, this is the purple rain. Oh man. Okay, so it's not necessarily like interesting yet, but we're getting places. They don't even flinch, no. They grow in numbers. That's all I know. They head straight on into battle. Okay, so I don't know what the next step is. I mean, probably make something other than this, right? But I don't know. Oh, we can join their ranks. Always wanted to be one of the Purple Knights. Purple Knights can't climb ladders, though. Poor guys. Man, it is... I guess it's 11. Keep going for a little longer, but I'm tired. This has been good, though. This has been good, though. So... I guess we could... Alright. Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the good vibes. I'm gonna try and stream a little bit more this week as I send off the break, and yeah, man. If you see me on the stream, always feel free to stop by. So move speed is going to be low. Oh, I guess we don't need the underscore. Oh my god, they're rolling out. They are rolling out. Oh, we have to stop this. They can't die like this. Oh, this is brutal. Poor dudes. There we go. That won't happen again. Poor guys. Yeah, they gotta do some stuff. Oh man, this instant classic right here. Why are they all just... I mean, I understand why they're not doing anything. It's because I haven't actually given them much to do. Light of all time, absolutely. Oh, I put that in physics process. Why'd I do that? So we're spawning enemies, enemies are moving. We can destroy enemies, we get XP from them, so this means we can farm enemies. Which is nice. Always good, always good. So, let's think about how the enemies move right now. So right now, they're just always in a walking around, going crazy state. So I want to change that. So we can add child, collision, shape. And we'll make this one a sphere. And, Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. Oh, yeah. So we'll put this. No actual collision, just a mask. And so let's make sure that works. Yep. And so we'll go into the script. I actually gotta make this way bigger. So we'll check. I don't even know if I'm doing a player group yet, but I should be. And now we're going to be. So we're gonna make a detected flag. So now we'll say detected equals true. And so we're gonna need to expand this out because at first it's gonna be broken. But the simple fix, since we're not using a state machine yet, so I think we can just store the position. So we'll move towards there. Should be float. What? Okay. Not quite working, I don't think. From position X to last scene, delta. Oh my goodness. I want to see how can we like watch I guess because the next issue now, right, is it's setting the tracking, and then they're just kind of creeping because they see the player, but then move speed doesn't update again. But that's what's kind of confusing me, is it's not updating again. Well, Strange. I don't quite get it. Not quite working. Oh, you know what I bet it is? Strange, strange times. They're doing something. It's a game. I mean, yeah, so that definitely needs some work, but I'm honestly pretty happy. I didn't expect to start seeing them moving around today. That's so funny, we have 2 game controllers. Oh man. Alright, I don't want to call it yet because it's not even 11:30. So instead of calling it, I'm just gonna take another quick bathroom break and then we'll keep chugging along for at least 15 minutes, maybe another half hour. Alright, thanks for your patience again, guys. I'm back. Rise of the light mode coders. Yeah, man, I actually just got on the light mode wave. Like, I mean, not really. It's been a couple weeks now, but it has been very cool. Honestly, for me, it started with realizing that the only reason why I was using dark mode on everything was because, like, I don't know, someone convinced me when I was younger that that's just like what you do. And I really like solarized light. I think it's definitely my favorite light mode theme, but this is not that. Couldn't actually tell you. I think it's RU, IU, or something like that. It's pretty nice. I'm trying out Regolith right now, and so I was just looking for something that worked with their built-in stuff. If we do Command Alt L, we have Solarized Dark, but they don't have Solarized Light. I haven't figured out how to make my own Regolith looks yet. It's just X resource files, but I haven't taken the time to figure that out. So that's coming up soon. But until then, sticking with this one. Light mode, I don't know. I feel more productive at a bare minimum, but I think it is easier on my eyes. I have astigmatism or whatever. I've read that light mode is better on your eyes if you're spending lots of time behind the screen with that kind of stuff. So, body is never used. Yes, sir. Yeah, I realized it later in life. I always thought that my eyes were like super good, and now I can't see when I'm driving after like 5 p.m. I still do it, but it's not a good idea. I also have forget what exactly it's called, and also let me not self-diagnose here, but I think it's called visual snow syndrome or something like that. Since I was a kid, I've tried to explain to people the static, how fuzzy everything looks. I only just found a word for that one a little while ago. But yeah. No, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I've looked into it. There's like some kind of like, yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, dude. Literally, I would say like within the last 5 years, I guess a little bit more than that now. Started to realize it. Eventually, I just kind of accepted it. My sister also is in the same boat, and so like it makes sense. Actually, my whole family wears glasses. The fact that I don't is, I guess, lucky for me. But maybe I should. Well, so that's what I was gonna say. They have like a certain kind of blue light glasses, that you can get apparently, that are kind of good for it, like for driving and looking at screens. I don't need to print the ID here. Honestly, I don't even really need to print this. Yeah, I used to have like 3 or 4 pairs of blue light glasses because I spend so much time behind the computer, but I don't know. I don't love the way that they look. I don't hate them. but I gotta just get over it. I'm gonna be like really bitter if like sooner rather than later the flash cameras stop working. Flash camera's not even the right word. They're just like, I don't know, organic light cones. So, we wait for 1.5 and then we search again. So we want to have some kind of interrupt for that. Something weird is happening. And we got Apple ad. Not selling me an Apple Watch, guys. I've already got one that I don't wear. That sounds worse than it really is. I wear it as much as I possibly can. That just doesn't happen very often. It's been in my life for many years now. Every like month or two, I'll charge it and I'll wear it for like a week, maybe two. The charging is just what really gets me. Like, even if I could go like 2 days without charging it, smartwatches need some kind of battery leap, whether it's like solid state or like more efficient processors or something. But we need 5+ days of charge. Otherwise, I can't look at it as a watch. There's like a fundamental like identity crisis there. The idea that I have to take my smartwatch off that's like resistant to all the elements and can make phone calls and send texts. It can't live for more than a day. I think some of the like really expensive Apple Watch Ultras do like 2, maybe 3 days now. Like, we're getting there. I don't know. We need to learn from e-readers. They're so purpose-built that you have like half a gig of RAM and they do exactly one thing really, really well. And they do that one thing for like weeks at a time. I understand that's not as widely applicable, but we're so concerned with making everything do everything that I think it's starting to suffer a little bit. We got to go back to purpose-built machines. But yeah, on that note, probably gonna start winding things down here. I was thinking about maybe going till a little bit later, but honestly, you guys can probably already tell, you don't need me to say it, but I'm getting pretty tired. I would say for about the last hour or so here, I've felt it. I have felt it. It's been kind of creeping up. It's making me, I'm like looking over really simple things, and I'm also just getting quiet. Doing good comms with the stream as much, so I think this is a good place to kind of call it for today. My plan, and you guys are here in the stream, so you get to hear this. I was gonna record tonight, but I'm not gonna, so I'm gonna wake up at a reasonable hour and record and edit tomorrow's video. Try and pop that out by 4 o'clock. I think it can happen. It's a pretty casual one. Editing's honestly gonna take longer than recording just because I've been trying to put a little more polish on stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, the Purple Knight stream was a great success. This was great, man. I appreciate you for popping out and sticking around. I know I said this in the last stream too, but honestly, in like 1 or 2 more streams, we're gonna have enough like strong foundations that cool stuff is actually gonna start happening. these first, I would say, like 20 to 30 hours with a game, at least for me, are pretty slow because we're making like the boring stuff that's in every game. We're not making our own mechanics. We're not really like doing anything super fun yet. We're reinventing the wheel right now. And it's good practice. It's like gratifying for me as a programmer, but it's not always the most entertaining to watch. So we'll get there. Once we start making some new art and building some cool stuff, it'll be fun. But yeah, it's been super real, guys. I appreciate another good stream. Very, very chill stuff today. Thanks for working with me, getting the audio sorted out there in the beginning. It was pretty crazy. Was not expecting that. But yeah, sorry, it was kind of like a long silence. It just made me realize I gotta finish my thoughts. So very likely new video tomorrow. This one's gonna be a Linux one, not a Godot video. Gonna be talking about my thoughts after a week with the Rouglite desktop, and then I will probably be taking a break for the weekend as far as videos. Probably try and stream either Saturday or Sunday again. Maybe both of them. We'll see. I have to be careful. I can overcommit to things before I realize I overcommit to them, and then I burn out. And I don't want to burn out because that costs me much longer. Like, skip one day of stream is a 1 day cost. Stream 2 days in a row, get burnt out is like up to a week. So just gonna keep trying to manage that well. But another video tomorrow, at least one more stream this weekend, and then close out the week. Some more streams, hopefully 2 videos this week as well. Not sure what the rest stuff is gonna be, but yeah. All right, guys. I don't know why I'm yapping, and I don't know what I'm saying, guys. We're running out of people in this room. But yeah, take it easy, everybody. I will catch you guys later.
Now through Sunday at City's New Year's event. Make a fresh start at home with 10% off all full-priced items, plus 24 months of no interest for VIP cardholders. It's your limited time chance to double your offers.